Hey crows. I've been posting on YouTube for 15 months, and it took getting a comment this morning about shadow banning to make me realize something very important. We are not just trying to grow channels as small creators. We are trying to create while afraid. And I know this because fear almost talked me out of making this video before I even pressed record. So stick around because today I'm going to show you how to stop fear when it's pretending to be strategy. And I'm going to walk you through a 5-step creator fear audit so you can take one brave action with your channel today. Put in the comments section right now what is one thing that you are afraid to do on or with your channel. Are you afraid to ask people to subscribe? Are you afraid to confuse your niche? Are you afraid to try shorts? Are you afraid to go live? Are you afraid to make the video you actually want to make? Don't overthink it. Just name it. Fear gets stronger when it stays vague. The first step is not to fix the fear, but to actually recognize that you have the fear in the first place and then name it. I find the easiest way to name the fear is with a simple sentence. I am afraid that if I blank, then blank. Let me give you an example from me this morning. I had the idea to make a video about fear, and then fear showed up. And the thought in my head was, you don't have a title, you don't have a thumbnail, you haven't thought this through. And I sat down and I named it. And I said, I am afraid that if I don't have the correct title, then nobody is going to watch my video. And you can pretty much use this for any scenario. I'm afraid that if I ask people to subscribe, then I will appear desperate. I am afraid that if I change my niche, then I will lose subscribers. I am afraid if I make honest videos, then nobody will watch. Once you have put your fear into this sentence, we can move to step 2, where we're going to separate fact from story and take all the power away from that fear. As a small creator, we need to be very careful not to confuse our facts with our stories. Titles on YouTube matter. That is a fact. I'm wasting my time making a video that no one's going to watch if I don't have a perfect title is a story I tell. So what I would recommend you doing is to separate the fact from the story. Here's a chart that I put together to help you with this. As an example, fact, my video got 14 views. Story, YouTube is hiding me. Fact, no one commented. Story, nobody cares. Fact, I lost 2 subscribers. Story, I'm doing something wrong. Fact, my short got views but no subscribers. Story, shorts do not work. Fact, my interview underperformed. Story, people do not like this direction. I am not saying that strange things never happen on YouTube. I am not saying that the algorithm is fair. And I am certainly not saying that our frustrations are not real. But we need to be careful not to let fear make our decisions. Once you have identified that you have both facts and stories that you are telling yourself, we can move to step 3, where you're going to choose the identity that you want to create from. It is important to choose the identity that you want to act from. And this is because the scared version of you and the enlightened version of you will make completely different decisions. The afraid version of me would keep working on my title until all of my inspired energy fades. Whereas the creator that I'm becoming would choose a clear title, film the video, and trust that I can refine things through editing before posting. And this is what I want you to try. Write this down. The afraid version of me would blank. The creator I am becoming would blank. And fill in those blanks. Maybe yours is something like, the afraid version of me would avoid posting because this video is not perfect. The creator I am becoming will post the clearest version I have and make it today. Maybe it's the afraid version of me would not ask anyone to subscribe because I'm afraid of looking desperate. But the creator I am becoming would make a clear invitation because I believe my channel has value. Maybe the afraid version of me would obsess over low views, and the creator I am becoming would study what happens, learn what I can, and make the next video. And the most important part of this exercise is not to write the perfect version of yourself. What you need to write is the next bravest version of yourself. You just need to be the kind of creator that doesn't let fear make your final decision. Once you stop to take a look and notice how much fear you're carrying with you, you can easily move into step 4, which is the brave experiment. I think a lot of us are waiting for confidence before we act, but confidence comes after we act. The goal would be to give your brain one piece of evidence that fear is not in charge. For me, it was to record this video while the ideas were fresh and trust that I can put a title on it that will resonate and help the algorithm. For you, it might be to ask one person to subscribe to your channel. It could be to make a video that you keep delaying. It could be to try shorts for the first time. You could even add a direct pinned comment asking for something you need. You could go live for 10 minutes. You could create a community poll. You could even try saying out loud in your video what you actually want viewers to do. The brave experiment, it has to do with asking. I have found, as I've talked to creators, that we are afraid of so many things, and instead of just asking for the things that we want or need, we build these elaborate systems or stories to justify why we're just not going to ask. So, if you guys have made it this far, I'm going to ask you, how am I doing in this video? Because unless you tell me, I have no idea. I've spent time thinking it out, putting it together, and trying to be concise. But I could be giving too many details, too many examples, making it too long. And I don't want to dangle that carrot. That is not my technique at all. But I would like it to be engaging and something worth watching. So anything you'd like to share is most welcome. And now that I've done my big ask, we can get right to step 5, and that's record the evidence. Step 5 is all about recording the evidence. This is the part we usually skip. We do the brave thing, and then we only ask, did it work? Did I get the views? Did people comment? Did the title perform? Did the algorithm pick it up? And yes, as creators, we care about those things. But today, the first piece of evidence that I need is not whether this video performs. The first piece of evidence is that fear did not get the final vote. Your brain is going to ignore progress until you give it proof. Did you do the thing that you were afraid to do? And did you survive that discomfort? Could you do it again? Have you stopped hiding? And did you make it easier for the right people to find you? The way I help myself with these kind of questions is to do the following. Today, I was afraid to blank. I did blank anyway. And finally, this proves blank. So for me, my evidence log looks like this. Today, I was afraid to film without a perfect title. So I did the video anyway while I was still inspired. This proves I can create with purpose before having certainty. And for you, it might look like I was afraid to ask for subscribers, so I asked for one anyway, and I can invite people without apologizing. Today, I was afraid to post an honest video, but I posted one anyway, and this proves I can be seen trying. Today, I was afraid to change direction. I tested one new topic, and this proves I'm allowed to experiment. The real reason I wanted to make this video is because we cannot allow the crow's nest to become a place where we gather around lack. This is a place where we can tell the truth and we can share what we're learning and we can encourage each other. We share our frustrations about being unseen, unsupported, feeling lonely, and being afraid. But we also know that growth doesn't start with a viral video for most of us. And I believe true growth for all of us is going to come when we let go of the fear. So today, I encourage you to do a fear audit. Name your fears. Separate your facts from your stories. Choose the creator you are becoming. Take one brave action and record the evidence. And of course, come back to the comments and share in the nest anything you've learned, any growth you've had. Tell us what happened, because here in the crow's nest, we're not just trying to be found. We're practicing becoming visible. And I think visibility happens the minute we stop letting fear decide for us. I have attached a downloadable form that has all these simple steps laid out for you, so you can print it off and use it if you need it, or just print it off as a reminder. I hope that it's helpful to many of you out there.